Well, here we are, everybody, starting back with Monster X Monday for the week. And this week, we are starting off with the other new song called Sting, featuring Muhammad Ali. Very cool, very cool. The last song was pretty impressive, so I have some high hopes. Let's check it out. Also, my name is Aaron. If you're new here, I hope you try and love the music that you already like. Anyway, now that that's out of the way.
Like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Okay.
One, two, microphone checker. 그래 got the rule checker. 둘이 넘쳐 나의 개그. 신 main theme을 향한 passion. 개소리 내봤자다 깨갱. 어쩌라고 가서 강날 대갱. 다 필요 없어 가시게 feedback. 꽂아놓은 후가배 가볍게 whipping. I think dream is a marathon. Sweating on my body 아직 not enough. 찾아 난 누구 어떤 character. 불집힌 열정에 go we not fall. Now king, it's all. Now me. Oh, I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Whoa, what a shift.
모두의 계획은 늘 발뱀 No more burnout 고기 상태 Keep doing my thing 인생 알잖아 뭐 갈게 No brain no pain Don't think too much I say I'm gonna float like a butterfly Sting like a bee I'm gonna float like a butterfly Sting like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm the greatest.
Whoa!
I'm the greatest. The left, right, left, right. Let's just fight. I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
This is very clever.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Okay. Now. This is actually a very interesting style of writing. One that, when used correctly, is very effective. Now, albeit, this is technically a little bit more of like a basic version of this kind of songwriting. This is what I actually would like to refer to as going home style of writing music. So, of course, I should probably make sure that I'm actually at the right spot. Hold on. So I have what you call, this is what I would say. This is like the core sound of the song. This is home, per se.
Now fall, now king, it's all, now me. I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
This is the core sound. And I think the thing that's really interesting is this is something I feel like not a lot of people talk about when there's these kind of shifts in the song. So around this area here, we get what is kind of like the first changes, right? You got the home.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
You got a shift.
걸 올려 이건 방패 모두의 계획은 늘 발뱀 No more burnout 고기 상태
Very, very cool. It gives it a whole new sound, kind of gives you this whole new life to the beat. Now, usually in music, a lot of times you'll only see this once, sometimes twice, but we get it twice here. And he has a beautiful lead in, and he uses it with the chorus when he goes, pow, like that.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm the greatest.
Shifts.
I'm the greatest.
Now, the truth is that this is two very different sounds. One's a lot more gritty. One's a little bit more hard-hitting, a little bit more snappy. This is smoother. This is kind of feels a little bit slowed down, a little bit more methodical. And then the truth is, though, is that this all sounds good, and I think the song would have worked regardless. But this is where Coming Back Home really pushes that feel into what I feel like this song inevitably is very, very satisfying. And he kind of does this like bookmark thing, right? So he has that whole section and then he switches it back.
Let's just fight. I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Boom. Right back home. That is really cool. This is a form of writing music that I feel like is really tricky because you have to make sure that everything is still cohesive enough that you want to be able to listen to it. But at the same time, when you go back to the original sound, you still have that feeling of like, that was satisfying. I like that. So very cool. I actually really like the song. Very, very cool. Anyway, we'll move on to the next song. And here we are now moving on to Love. Now, interestingly enough, this song has never really been seen in full on the channel because every single time I do it, it gets blocked. So that's always a frustrating thing. And so in a weird way, it kind of feels like I'm listening to the song again for the first time, even though it's a dance practice. And I'm actually super excited for this because this is one song I remember during 1 Week Club that I tried to put out like 3 or 4 different versions of the song, live, audio, the whole shebang. And it always got blocked. But we also got a dance practice version because it's fun to do these. Let's check it out.
넌 사랑이 뭐라고 생각해?
This is very textbook. Very formation. Interesting. Interesting. Whoa, whoa! Okay, that's wild. This is definitely very textbook formation dancing. But the thing that I think is kind of cool is that throughout, you kind of would get these little solo pieces. Kind of a really interesting piece right there. And, oh, I think this is it. That is so smooth.
If you want me, then that's me.
Very hip hop heavy in this particular choreography as well. Fits well with the song though. I feel like that it's just a really interesting way to do the textbook stuff, but kind of include these small little set pieces as well. Obviously, the last time we had a dance practice with them, they were in a much smaller room, so glad they're able to kind of get into something a little bit bigger, a little bit more space. And, you know, honestly, this is one of those choreographies as well where I don't feel like one particular person really stood out. And, you know, like I said, most of the time I feel like when you think of choreography, a lot of times I think a lot of people, their minds immediately go to more something like this. Something a little bit more, I would feel like the idea is that when you think of choreography, I think most people think of formation right off the bat. I don't think really one particular person really stood out. I mean, you can make a case for quite a few of them at the same time, but I think in truth that this particular choreography is, like I said, textbook, so it kind of allows a lot to just kind of be. And you know, they do a fantastic job of who needs to switch to the front as well. A lot of good transitions in between the next piece. Yeah, no, this is actually really cool. I actually really appreciate that choreography. Sometimes it's good to go back to the classics, to go back to the basics, you know what I'm saying? And moving back to Monho, we can't keep him off for too long. We're actually going to be doing Don't Regret, as you can tell. This is a self-cam version. I think this is actually supposed to be kind of live. Probably not, but I don't know. We'll see. I would needed to find a way to get him back in this, though. Let's check it out. Definitely not live.
내 두 눈을 가만히 바라보다가 매일 불러줬던 노래를 멈춘 것 내 손을 놓았던 것 더 이상 넌 행복이 아니라서 그만하자며 내 맘을 말했던 것 널 울려버렸던 것 나 그대로 돌아가니 앞에 선대도 변하는 건 없어 하나도 No Cause 난 더없이 행복해 지금 이 순간 후회하지 않아 난 Yeah I don't regret it, credit baby 다시 듣고 싶다면 I say it again 언제든 말해줄게 Yeah I don't regret it 내 답은 늘 똑같아 내 두 눈을 가만히 바라보다가 노래 멈추고 사랑한다고 말한 것널 꽉 안아줬던 것 더 이상 친구로 널 대하는 건 그만하자며 내 맘을 고백한 것 축복 같은 너라서 나 그대로 돌아가니 앞에 선대도 변하는 건 없어 하나도 No Cause 난 더없이 행복해 지금 이 순간 후회하지 않아 난 Yeah I don't regret it, credit baby 다시 듣고 싶다면 I say it again 언제든 말해줄게
Very cool. You know, this is one of those songs where I feel like it's kind of a nice, simplistic love song. But, you know, honestly, I feel like this song would actually really kill live. Like, this would be one of the songs that if I saw him in concert, I'd be like, I hope he doesn't play Don't Regret It. You know what I'm saying? This is a great live song. Again, and one thing that I actually have to say I do like about this song too is that rock feature a little bit. It's got kind of a light rock to it. And to me, I think that actually kind of pays off because it does set it apart from the usual stuff from what we usually see. And personally, I kind of like that in a lot of ways. I feel like that it gives you just a lot of more personality than the typical love song. But in reality, again, this is actually one of those songs that I feel like that just would work really well in a live setting. I think that this is one of those ones that, you know, the simplicity is kind of what makes it for me. I feel like that there is just a lot that can be said with doing a little bit, you know. I kind of preach that a lot. Simplicity is key. And this is a case of that. Now I kind of just want to see this live and in person. Anyway, very cool set of songs this week, I think. But in any case, let me know what you all think. We'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you. Goodbye.